Good day, YouTube. Today I'm going to talk about something that's new. This video applies to enlisted who are regular active duty, not the reserve, not the guard. So I'm going to talk about how to test for your promotion to staff sergeant, to tech sergeant, to master, and so forth. And there's changes in enlisted promotions that are coming up. So that's what I'm going to talk about. I was at the BX today, and I saw a book, a study guide for promotion. And there are two types of tests that you are going to have to take if you're regular active duty to get promoted to the rank of staff sergeant. When I was enlisted, I tested for staff sergeant. I was lucky enough to make it the first time, and then I commissioned after that. But I did put on staff sergeant. And there are two tests that you're going to have to take. The first one is the PDG, which stands for Professional Development Guide. That is worth 100 points, multiple choice, and there are going to be 100 questions out there that you have to answer on the Air Force. It could be customs and courtesies, it could be heritage, history, things like that, things about the Air Force. So there is a professional development guide, and my recommendation is to start reading this even before you're eligible to test for promotion. That way you don't leave it all for 6 months before you test. And if you like reading, great. It's going to be easy for you. If you don't like reading, then that's like I say, start doing this way in advance. I'm talking about more than 1 year in advance. That way you can read your actual book and highlight and understand and focus on the areas that you're having trouble with. The next is the SKT. That's the Specialty Knowledge Test. That deals with your job, whatever your career field is. Again, 100 points. So when I tested for staff sergeant, I had to do both of those. Now I had retrained, and luckily I did only the one with the Air Force, General Air Force stuff, not my job because I was brand new. I had retrained from being a firefighter to personnel. And then what they did is they doubled my score. So if I got a 90, then times 2, that's 180 points out of 200 possible. That's pretty good. I don't remember what I scored, but I was lucky enough to make staff sergeant the first time. So that's what I recommend. But there are other things that you have to keep in mind, and I'm going to share a website with you also. Study ahead of time. There is a website that I'll share with you, like I said, in just a moment, but I'm going to skip that real quick. The evaluations for enlisted are changing when you're a senior airman to get promoted to staff and for tech sergeant. It's called Enlisted Evaluation System, EES. So what's going to happen is your leadership in your unit are going to rank you as individuals when you're promoting to or testing for staff sergeant, tech sergeant, master, and senior. You're going to be ranked as in promote now, must promote, promote, or not ready now, do not promote. There's 5 categories. The thing is, these categories are super important, and that's where these changes are coming in. In the past, we didn't have that. So the promote now are going to go to the eligible people who are promotable to the next rank. They're eligible, but only 5% are going to get what's called promote now. Must promote is 10%. So 10% of the population eligible to promote in your career field are going to get that. And then promote. And then the last 2 that I talked about, which aren't good. So the question is, where are you going to fall? That's going to be more on reputation. It's based on what you do at work, not if you are the president of the Airmen's Council or volunteer work. It is to be based on your job, on how you do your job at work. So it's going to be more focused on that as opposed to the whole person, that whole airman concept that we've had in the past. Are you well-rounded? But a lot of that in the past was inflated. Most people would get a rating of 5, and that was common. If you had a 4, people would say, oh, well, what did you do? But you have to remember, a 4 wasn't bad either. So these percentages of promote now, must promote, and promote carry a big load for you to promote. That's how come I say, go back and test. that is something that you have control over. That means you can start studying way in advance and max out the points there. Another factor are your awards and decorations, but that's been part of the promotion points in the past as well. So how many decorations do you have? How many points do that add up? For Master Sergeant and Senior, I doubt there's a Master Sergeant or Senior Master Sergeant watching this video, because these people, for the most part, if they want to get promoted, they already know a lot of this. They already know a lot of the changes. But they'll be stratified. They'll be ranked like officers are currently ranked right now for promotion. For example, I could be rated number 2 of 8 or number 1 of 5. And that's how officers are get stratified. Stratification, that means you are ranked. So for Master Sergeant and Senior Master Sergeant, there is not the actual promote now, must promote. It's going to be more on that stratification. Where are you ranked? Chief Sergeants, Chief Master Sergeants cannot get promoted. They're already a chief. But what's going to happen is they're going to be recommended for more responsibility or a different type of job, which is going to be better for them. So in other words, let's say you're a Chief Master Sergeant. Something that may be better would be Command Chief Master Sergeant. So look at your performance reports. Performance reports are part of your package for promotion, awards and decorations, like I talked. The impact on the job, that's where the change is. More focus on your job, you doing your job. My recommendation again is review your records ahead of time, especially if you know you're going to be testing for promotion in the near future. Make sure that everything that you've done is on your records, whether it's your performance reports, your education. And a change that happened in August of 2015 is for individuals to be promoted to the grade of Senior Master Sergeant or Chief Master Sergeant is you must have your Community College of the Air Force Associate's degree. That says that you're serious about your job, that you're an expert in your job, and that you took the time to get your associate's degree. Now, listen to this. Some people our enlisted force are very educated. Some of them, many of them have bachelor degrees, master degrees as well. But if they don't have that CCAF degree, that Community College of the Air Force, they won't be able to be promoted to Senior Master Sergeant or Chief. So my point is, make sure you take the time to get your Community College of the Air Force degree. When I was enlisted, I got my first one as a senior airman in fire science from being a firefighter. Then I retrained into personnel and I got one in personnel administration. Very brief video, do the research. I work at Air Reserve Personnel Center, so a lot of that information is on the web. MyPers is a good website. But what I want to share with you right now is a website that I found out through my first sergeant about 2 months ago. The address is www.airman.af.mil. Just the way you hear it. Airman with an A, as in singular. www.airman. Where is it? Right there. Here's the website. But if you are enlisted and want to get information on promotion, look how good this is. Click right here where it says looking for enlisted study guide. And anybody can have access to this. Then you pick your grade, test to grade. So let's say you are a senior airman and you want to get your study guide for Staff Sergeant or whatever grade. I'll just go ahead and stick with Staff Sergeant here. That's what you're going to see. And when you scroll down, here are chapters. There's 19 chapters. Air Force Heritage, History, Organization, Standards of Contact, Resource Management. As you can see, it's there. I actually prefer books because I can highlight, I can write, I can ask questions, I can take it with me. But these, I'm sure you can print them off yourself. You are in control of your career, especially if you're going to go long term to get promoted for more responsibility, for more pay, for higher ranking. you should be in control as well. Do the research, ask questions, and then take control of your career. I hope this has been helpful. You have a great day.